Tonight, Vice President J.D. Vance says he came to Minnesota today to help turn down the temperature on protests and chaos surrounding ICE operations.
It's unclear if he accomplished that mission after criticizing protesters he called far left-wing agitators. Chief political reporter Tom Hauser also asked the vice president if he sought out any opposing viewpoints while he was here.
Yeah, he wasn't here very long, but while he was here in the Twin Cities, the vice president held a roundtable discussion and made brief remarks to reporters during his short visit. He also spent a half hour answering many questions from reporters about everything from Governor Walz to the shooting of Renee Good.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing?
Vice President J.D. Vance spoke in Minneapolis, flanked by ICE and Border Patrol agents.
One of the things I learned is that the guys behind me are doing an incredible job, and frankly, a lot of the media is lying about the job that they do every single day. Now, it doesn't mean that there aren't occasionally stories out there, there aren't occasionally videos out there that suggest that these guys, or at least some of the people who work for them, are not doing everything right.
You are complicit!
Vance referring to the daily drumbeat of videos showing ICE interactions on the streets. Before meeting with reporters, Vance held a roundtable discussion about ICE operations in the Twin Cities that was closed to the media. Did you invite anybody with an opposing point of view to get an idea of why people are upset here? And just as a quick follow-up, have you reached out to Governor Walz at all in an attempt to turn down the temperature?
So I haven't talked to Governor Walz on this particular trip. A number of members of our administration, I believe our chief of staff, spoke to the governor and has been in constant contact with his staff over the past week. Yes, we met with people with opposing views here at the roundtable. I wanted to get a perspective from everybody, but also, of course, offer my opinion that with a little bit more cooperation, we could lower the chaos.
Vance says ICE encounters more chaos here than in places like L.A. and Chicago.
Why are we not seeing it anywhere else? We're seeing this level of chaos only in Minneapolis.
Although officially we've been told the Renee Good shooting is not being investigated by the Justice Department, Vance said this.
Of course, we're investigating the Renee Good shooting, but we're investigating them in a way that respects people's rights and that ensures that if somebody did something wrong, yes, they're going to face disciplinary action, but we're not going to judge them in the court of public opinion.
So it's unclear where the Renee Good investigation or non-investigation stands, but Vance did say agents who commit wrongdoing will be disciplined. As for the president invoking the Insurrection Act, Vance says he thinks for now federal agents on the ground can handle their mission in the Twin Cities without the military, but as always, that could change if there is more violence and troops do remain on standby.